won't believe what's going down in the music world right now. Burna Boy, our African giant, is out here screaming, "Diddy owns me." Can you imagine the same Burna who was on top of the world with his Grammy win is now saying he's trapped by the music mogul? Like, how does a collab turn into a whole hostage situation? We're about to spill all the tea on how Burna's dream deal with Diddy turned into a total nightmare. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be looking at the music industry real different.
But what I said is that, isn't it weird that the government was so interested in Diddy's baby oil that they took 1,000 bottles away from his house? If the government took 1,000 bottles of baby oil and somebody had things what appeared to be baby oil, and then you have to listen to the prosecutor. He said that they seized 1,000 bottles what allegedly to be baby oil. Allegedly to be baby oil. So that's telling people that it wasn't baby oil. And people think that that was baby oil, they out their mind. I don't believe it was baby oil. Yo, bro, when they went up in there, they knew what they was gonna find. They knew what was ever in that baby oil or that those bottles that appeared to be baby oil, they knew about that at first. You gotta realize 9 times out of 10, that individual that got caught at the airport, that was supposed to be their carrier, told them what they was doing and what they had. I wouldn't put him past that he told them everything. So when they went up in there, they knew they had to take whatever was out there, and that thing that appeared to be baby oil, they took that. They got to test every last one of them.
Remember when Burna Boy was on top of the world Grammy in hand, African giant for real? But the streets are saying it ain't all glitter and gold no more. Let's rewind a bit and see how our boy Burna went from Nigerian heartthrob to global superstar faster than you can say he Burr. A boy born Dayini Yunu Gulu started making waves in Nigeria with his unique Afrofusion sound. He was serving up his left and right, and before we knew it, he was the talk of the town. His album African Giant had everyone and their mama dancing, and it even got him his first Grammy nomination. But that was just the appetizer, honey. In 2021, Burna snatched that Grammy with his album Twice as Tall, and we all thought he was living his best life. He was on magazine covers, performing at sold-out shows, and rubbing shoulders with the biggest names in the biz. But you know what they say, all that glitters ain't gold.
Let's see how much, let's see how many of those come back to be baby oil. Bro, listen to me. Costco don't sell that much baby oil. Where you know sell that much baby oil?
Yeah, I don't know any store that sell that much baby oil. I know Costco, they came out and said that they don't even sell baby oil.
My sentiments exactly.
But you personally, right, what do you believe was in the baby oil?
If you ever seen a massage parlor being raided and they walking out the people, do they take the massage oil with them when they go? No, they just walk out the people who are being arrested. If you ever seen a person getting arrested and the people being arrested in those brothel houses, do they take out the stuff in the brothel houses? No, they don't. They take the individuals who are being arrested out the brothel houses. For them to take 1,000 bottles of baby oil, it's like that they did not leave one. They left people there, but they ain't leave not one bottle. Nobody needed no baby oil. So my whole thing about it is that there was something in that other than baby oil. That's why they took all the bottles. And 9 times out of 10, if I would give it a wild guess, it was, and like some of the people told me, it was probably that GHB.
What's that?
I think it's gamma hydrox I don't. I looked it up, bro. Let me see. See if I can find it. I know this is just showing everything like that, but oh no. Let me. Yo, somebody tap dance or sing or do something. You know what I'm saying? While I'm doing this. Oh, here it go right here. It's gamma hydroxy butyric. What is its effect on the body? It's a euphoria, drowsiness, decreased anxiety, and memory impairment. It works on the nervous system and gives you this feeling of euphoria. So they take that and rub it on her, and you forget who you are, what you're doing. It can also give you memory loss, drowsiness, and that's under the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration.gov.
Rumors started swirling faster than a tornado in Kansas. People were whispering that Burna wasn't as happy as he seemed like. Burrow, what's really going on behind those designer shades? We were off scratching our heads trying to figure out why a star at the top of his game would be feeling down. Then Burna started dropping these cryptic social media posts. He was giving us breadcrumbs. But chili, we're going to make a whole loaf 1 minute. He's posting about success. The next he's talking about feeling trapped. It was like trying to solve a puzzle with half the piece is missing now. Here's where things get real interesting in C. Diddy Combs, the music mogul himself. At first, we all thought it was a match made in hip-hop heaven. Diddy, with his industry connections and marketing genius, teaming up with Burna, the fresh face of a frat, it seemed like a no-brainer. But hold up, something ain't adding up. Why would a star like Burna, who was already shining bright on his own, need help from Diddy anyway? It's like hiring a swimming coach when you're already winning gold medals, you feel me? As time went on, we started seeing the first hints of trouble in paradise. Burna wasn't just unhappy, he was feeling trapped. In interviews, he started dropping little bombs about creative differences and feeling like he wasn't in control of his own music. It was like watching a car crash in slow motion, and we couldn't look away.
You not even gaming because you won't claim it. No, you want to sit around and pretend to like bitch. That's what y'all do. And then you get these hard Jocelyn.
So I'm just
like
curious.
these are the you like half man bitches. No disrespect, but Jocelyn rough.
Them shoulders is.
And the way she like running up on, I already know she done strapped up on you.
Ooh. So, Jack, let me ask you. There's one. Some of the shocking things
I hear
that
that mean with a harness.
Oh. Okay, not a harness.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask you this. I'm sure somebody's already asked you this, but have you ever been to a P. Diddy party?
Yeah, several, many, honestly.
And so, can you take us through like what goes on, like when you were there?
What did I say when y'all asked me about why was the TD Jakes at the Diddy party?
Yeah.
What'd I say? Money and sex.
That's correct. Were you surprised that there were so many cameras in his houses?
No.
That he was recording these?
Of course. He is the J. Edgar Hoover of hip hop.
Okay.
Y'all done seen him put on the pyramid with a skirt?
So let me ask you, when you hear that Cassie was told to hire male escorts to come and what they call freak-offs now.
Yeah.
Is that something normal that happens in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Freak-offs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody know that. I've been saying it.
Yeah.
How many times I got these is wild.
So do you feel like people, when they hear pink cocaine, Young Miami has to bring across?
Wait, the 2C.
Yeah, the 2C. That's what they call.
I found out. I talked to my drug guy because I wanted to be informed. Because people was calling it 2C, that's calling it the Tunchi. I didn't know which one it was, so I talked to my drug guy, and my drug guy filled me in. And then it made perfect sense. Tootsie.
Talk to him.
Drugs with Jaguar.
Let's talk.
Drugs education.
101.
So Tootsie is the cocaine, but they take the ketamine and cook it up. And they fold it into the coke. Now, if you don't know what ketamine is what they call on the street Special K. It's a veterinary drug. It's a horse tranquilizer. Now, gay men have been using this for years. See, back in the day, if you went to a gay party or a gay rave, there were certain drugs that you would always find on hand. Viagra, ecstasy, Special K, and cocaine. Now, see, the cocaine keep you up all night, but unfortunately, it gives you limp noodle because of what the blood flow is. So you want to fuck with a half-hard dick all night. So that's why you have the Viagra, to make sure that the dick involuntarily stays hard while you're numbing your fucking self with the coke. Now, see, the ketamine, that's a horse tranquilizer, so that relaxes all your muscles. You could get fucked by 80 fucking ton gorillas. You wouldn't feel a thing. So now, your dick is gonna stay hard. You numbed up and you high. You got the ketamine in you so you don't feel shit. And then you add the ecstasy to put in the feeling that you've now blocked out. And now you got a party.
Freak off cocktail.
Yeah.
Now you might be thinking, how bad could this deal really be? Let me tell you, it's not just bad, it's straight up scandalous. What if Burna Boy's contract with Diddy is so twisted, it makes those old school record deals look like child's play? Let's break down what we know about this deal between Burna and Diddy. On paper, it sounds like a match made in music heaven. Burna Boy, the African giant, teaming up with Diddy, the bad boy of hip-hop. You think it'd be all champagne and hit records, right? But girl, the streets are saying there's more to this story than meets the eye at first glance. The contract probably looked pretty standard. Diddy's label would handle distribution, marketing, and all that behind the scenes stuff. Burna would get to focus on making music. Sounds good, doesn't it? But honey, there's always fine print. And this fine print is giving a sell your soul to the devil vibes. These music contracts can be more complicated than trying to understand your ex's mixed signals. We're talking about clauses that cover everything from royalties and advances to merchandising and touring. And let me tell you, some of these clauses can be sneakier than your friend who always forgets her wallet at brunch.
I know a lot of people want to hear these stories and everything like that, because this is stuff that happened back in the day. And then maybe that if they knew there was going to ever be a YouTube, or they knew there was going to ever be social media, a lot of the stuff probably wouldn't have got played out like it did. But things happen, and these are just stories from the past. I would like to use that as, what you call that, just to clear the facts up what's going on. But it all started, we was in Atlanta. And this story starts when I'm with Puff, and he's in the exotic bookstores and he's doing shopping. Right, he's shopping, getting his stuff and everything like that. So, you know, this is the first time I was ever in an exotic bookstore with Puff. So, you know, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that, because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he's going, I'm just looking at the places where he picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side, and then he picked like quite a few of them down. I was like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there, and it said butt plugs, and I was like, hey yo, I was messing with him, because people don't understand. You know, we was like friends. He was a part of the same gang, so I'm still gonna tease him. I'm still gonna mess with him and everything like that. I could do that. It wasn't just no security thing. So I say, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said butt plugs, and he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you could do it by yourself, brother. And he started walking and everything like that. When he got I just waited at the counter. So when he got to the counter, he didn't even have to show the guy nothing. He just gave the guy a wad of money. I mean, like, he gave the guy a stack, something like this. And Puff wasn't the dude that carried no 20s and no 50s or nothing like that. And I mean, like, he just said, boom. And we walked out the store. So we had to leave Atlanta and go to North Carolina for a show. You understand? And it was him, this rapper, Sarah, and this other girl. We all got on a G5 jet, and we flew to G4 jet, and we flew to North Carolina. So later on that, I think that afternoon, same day, this rapper and him, they all in the room together. You know, it's Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. So
Burna ain't the first artist to get caught up in a sticky contract situation. Remember Prince? He was out here writing slave on his face because of his deal with Warner Bros. And don't even get me started on TLC. They were selling millions of records, but were broke as a joke because of their contract. This ain't Diddy's first rodeo, if you know what I'm saying. So what's really at stake for Burna? His music, his money, his freedom, girl. It might be all of the above. These contracts can tie up an artist's entire career. We're talking about control over Burna's sound, his image, even his collaborations. It's like being in a relationship where your partner decides what you wear, who you hang out with, and what you eat for breakfast. Now, here's where things get real juicy. Burna Boy dropped the bombshell that had us all clutching our pearls. Turns out, he might have signed away more than just his music. In a leaked interview, Burna hinted that the contract gives Diddy a cut of everything, and I mean everything. We're talking a piece of his tours, his merch, even his endorsements. It's like Diddy's got his fingers in all of Burn's pies, and Burn is left with just a crumb.
I'm hearing at the door and stuff like that, like, yeah, so then next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff, they're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bruh, you ain't going in there, because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering them. He was like, yo, I don't care, man, I'm going in there. That bull like that. I said, yo, bruh, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed him and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, Gene, that's my cousin. He know me well, you know, and Puff was like, yo, Gene, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on. So I was like, oh, he said it was a lot of freaking going on. So that was basically that story, man. You know what I'm saying? They went back in the room. Dude felt a certain kind of way, and he left out. So I seen them at the concert the next day, and they tried to, you know, form up against me. But my man Frank was like, I told my man Frank, I was like, yo, Frank, put yourself in that position. Somebody trying to get in the room, and Ja told you don't let nobody get in the room. What would you do? Now, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, man, but you know I ain't taking no losses. He said, yo, you good, and that was it. Bro, when Ja said, you don't want to come up in there, a lot of freaky stuff is going on. You got to use your mind. What they was doing with those butt plugs.
Right. Yeah,
that was crazy.
With Diddy's hands and all his pies, you think Burna would be living large. But what if I told you this deal was about to serve up a feast of chaos? The streets are whispering about backstage battles that would make even reality TV look tame. At first, Burna and Diddy were all smiles and Instagram posts. They were serving us friendship goals with pics of them in the studio at parties and even on yachts. It was like watching the birth of a hip-hop power duo. But behind those filters and hashtags, girl, it was a whole different story. Things started heating up faster than a Hot Pocket in the microwave. We're talking arguments in the studio that would make Simon Cowell look like a pushover. Creative differences, more like creative warfare. And don't even get me started on the money talk. It was getting uglier than a pair of Crocs at Fashion Week.
He should have enough money to
He
check.
put the boots to that girl. She's supposed to be a good bitch. No matter who she with. All the time he putting a groom in her. Of course he thought it was still gonna work. He thinks he's God.
Right.
He ain't doing shit. I raped the fuck out of that bitch, put the boots to her last time I seen her. Her and her trainer, boyfriend, husband. I don't get no.
So you hear about stories of Diddy like shooting people,
Yeah.
blowing up cars.
Yeah.
Is he this gangster that behind the scenes that is that him or is that people
Shout
around?
out to Wendy Williams, the first woman to uncover the homo thugs. That's what these down low bitches was called when Wendy first started talking about it in the 90s, the homo thug. She talking about Diddy.
And then what's the stuff that's happening with Wendy Williams? You think this is all connection too?
Of course. They've been waiting. He's been waiting. He was waiting for Kim. Remember? He was waiting. The casket was ready. She was literally casket ready.
Some people are saying the whole Wendy Williams documentary that she's pretty much allegedly playing this way to keep herself safe from him, from any unaliving.
It's been working
potentially.
for Orlando Brown. Why wouldn't it work for Wendy?
To play crazy.
Why wouldn't it work?
Hey, no. Hey.
The oosh gosh whoosh wash.
Bop.
Orlando's brilliant.
Right.
Yeah,
Y'all spent time with him.
we did.
Yeah.
He's highly intelligent.
Yes.
Imagine what it's been like to wear this character for this long.
No. I can only.
That he does is a character. Actually, the shit he does online is the best acting he does.
Is he speaking truth?
Of course he is.
You know? We seen Quiet on set.
Major pain in his ass. Literally. Since he was a kid.
Man.
And then eating milk, running the fuck around, talking about expensive pain
now,
in his ass.
wait, this is Philly you're talking about now. Wait a minute, Jack.
Me.
Wait a minute.
He's a fucking Fruit Loop. He Diddy fried.
This is Philly.
He's a deep fried period. He Diddy fried. He Diddy fried. He the Diddy do our bop. Fuck me. Real rap.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was him. Nicki put that out there. That Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas.
Man.
She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Oh, man.
She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
So then who's the guy who's claiming he recorded it?
Oh,
The
somebody that got
bouncer.
paid?
Yeah, he said like I was
Yeah,
standing
somebody
outside the
that
door.
got paid.
Yeah.
Just like it wasn't seminal fluid that Justin Bieber was wiping away from his mouth when he brought his face up from Odell Beckham's groin in a club with Trey Songz on the lookout.
The images are there.
Diddy five. Hashtag no Diddy.
Hashtag no Diddy.
Now let's dish on these power dynamics. Diddy's got more connections than a switchboard operator. He's been in the game longer than some of y'all have been alive. But Burna, he's got that raw talent that makes your grandma want to twerk. Plus, he's got the whole African market in his back pocket. It's like watching David and Goliath. But make it music industry, here's where things get real interesting. People started noticing Burna's sound was changing, and not in a he evolving kind of way. We're talking about a who kidnapped Burna and replaced him with the Diddy clone situation. Was this the Diddy effect, or was our African giant losing his roar? Burna was feeling the heat. It was like watching someone try to drive with the parking brake on. He was pushing and pushing, but going nowhere fast. And you could see it in his eye during interviews. Our boy was looking more stressed than a student during finals week. That's when things really hit the fan. Burna started feeling like he was losing control faster than a roller coaster without brakes. His music, his career, even his image, it was all slipping away like sand through his fingers. And Diddy, he was holding on to it all like a kid with the last piece of candy. What started as a dream collab turned into a power struggle nightmare. It was like watching a chess game where Burna suddenly realized he was playing checkers. He was out here crying for help, but was anyone listening? The music industry can be colder than your ex's heart, and right now Burna was feeling that chill.
It's all about the money. They saw what he did to Cassie. With the kicking, the punching. They saw what they did to Cassie. They know did nobody in America like that. So now, these people are represented by a brand. Whether it's something about the music, clothing, movies, they not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them. And they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey, buddy, we got you on this tape, and girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, you know, Sean Combs. That's when they're gonna start talking. And they're not gonna be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. But they didn't think they was being watched. And Brother Love was watching.
Yeah, I mean, TD Jakes, he haven't even came out and said anything. And him and Diddy was real cool.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, man. And I know the people in the congregation over there is shaking in their boots because this man didn't let them probably, allegedly probably led them to damnation, because those people's hearts are gonna be broken if that man is seen on those tapes doing anything. Because people always put their faith in the pastor instead of putting their faith in God. And what they need to do is understand that he's just a man. And he has a history. It's not looking too good for him.
So you feel like celebs are worried that they might be on tape?
Oh, they know. That's why they ain't speaking up or saying nothing. Yeah, I was at a Diddy party, but I know I ain't do nothing. When you don't know somebody's taping you, when you don't know that somebody is videoing you in some kind of form or fashion, you got that alcohol, you got the drugs in you, they're a little loose, bruh. They let down all their inhibitions. The music is pumping. He said it himself. He got it so hot in there that you gotta take your clothes off. He said that himself, bruh. So a lot of them, like what he said? I think a lot of them was being swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? They tell off on themselves all the time, man. You just gotta listen.
But why do you think Diddy had all them hidden cameras?
Bruh, when you that powerful, you didn't get that powerful without having 1 or 2 or maybe 3 ups on somebody. Diddy always been the type of individual that want to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. Like, he always played artists against each other. He did it to Big, he did it to Craig Mack. You understand? I said before, he did the stuff to Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying? So had the ups on Ja Rule so he could go after Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying? So he always played those kind of up games on people. So to have those cameras and know what he was doing, it's gonna give him the ups on everybody who came to that party. Even your favorite basketball player. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. We know who said that.
Just when you thought Burna was down for the count, he comes out swinging like a heavyweight champ. But Diddy ain't no pushover. We're talking about a clash of titans that could reshape the music biz as we know it. Who's going to come out on top in this battle royale, girl? Let me tell you, Burr, a boy ain't just sitting pretty and crying. Our African giant is fighting back, and it's getting real messy. He's out here dropping hints and interviews like breadcrumbs for us to follow, and his music chilly, it's like a coded message straight out of Spice School. 1 minute, he's singing about love, the next, he's throwing shade darker than your ex's soul. But Diddy's camp ain't staying quiet. They're spinning this story faster than your head. After too many tequila shots, it's like a game of he said, and we're all trying to keep up. Diddy's people are out here painting Burna as ungrateful while Burna's team is screaming free Burna louder than fans at a concert. Now the lawyers are getting involved, and it's looking like a real David versus Goliath situation. Burn has got his legal team working overtime, probably fueled by nothing but Red Bull and righteous anger. Meanwhile, Diddy's lawyers are probably lounging in their fancy offices, thinking they got this in the bag. But remember, David did take down Goliath, so don't count our African giant out just yet.
He may be one of the person who got caught up in the Diddy party.
LeBron said that, but yeah, you might be right. You know, it sounds like he had all them hidden cameras to use it against people.
I think that was said in the indictment, right? That was said in the indictment. You know, somebody, I think Dawn may have said that. I don't know for sure, and correct me if I'm wrong. He would, even if you didn't want to do something, he would tell the individual, well, I got you on tape doing it before. And the person would feel pressured in having to do something or come and do something at the party or be at the party because he already had him on tape right then and there. But what you think when you do it the second time? He's still gonna have you on tape. Those tapes is the one who's killing, because people don't understand this. Little Rod, he's taping for Diddy in some occasions. When he wrote his indictment up, when he wrote his when his lawyer wrote up his briefs and submitted it, he must have had he must have been a prosecutor somewhere or something like that, because he wrote it up like it was an indictment. You understand? Saying all the stuff that had happened. Then people don't understand this. After he wrote it up and he had the tapes and everything, they sent that to the feds. The feds opened up a case on that. Everybody think it's happened. Oh, the feds looked at Cassie getting beaten, and then they just open up a case. Nah. I think it was more so Lil Rob and them sending the feds that information. They put in a civil suit, then sent the other stuff over to the feds, and it read like an indictment. So they had to look at it because they see some crimes that was committed in that. And lo and behold, they do a raid on the house. So, to get back to your question, all the footage and everything that they have is going to either help, it's going to help them get some more people or get enough people just to hang Diddy.
The fans are going wild, girl. It's like the music industry's version of Team Edward versus Team Jaco. But with more bass and less sparkly vampires, some fans are ride or die for Burna, saying Diddy's trying to dim our boy's shine. Others are Team Diddy, claiming Burn is just being dramatic. And then there's the rest of us just sitting here with our popcorn watching it all go down. But it's not just the fans taking sides. Other artists are starting to speak up too. Some are standing with Burna, sharing their own stories of shady deals and lost control. Others are keeping quiet, probably scared they'll be next on the chopping block. If they open their mouths, it's like high school all over again, but with way more money and better outfits. So what's at stake here, girl? It's more than just some hurt feelings and bruised egos. We're talking about reputa that took years to build. Burna could come out of this looking like a rebel hero or a difficult diva, and Diddy, his whole music mogul image, could take a hit if things don't go his way. Oh, and let's not forget about the money. There's probably enough cash on them lying to be a small country. But here's the real Ted. Burna's fight isn't just about him anymore. It's shining a light on some real shady practices in the music biz. It's got people asking questions they should have been asking years ago, like why do these contracts look like they were written by the devil himself? And why are artists still getting the short end of the stick in 2023?
So let me ask you, because I look at Gabriel Union, and when you mention things like Jay-Z's time is coming for him, then I look at Beyonce, and I say that women do have
that country album, and any of you that buy that shit, stupid as shit.
You don't give it no
trap
credit.
music with goddamn a holster and a hat.
But she remade Jolene.
That bitch. I'm gonna tell you the song she should have remade. It's a hit. It would have done great for her. She should have tried it on. Tammy Wynette. Classic. Stand by your man. Don't act like you don't know that now. Remake that. Stand by that. That's a real country hit. Jolene, nice. But it has a ring to it. Stand by your man. Yeah. Whoops and disrespects you with other like Kathy Coriana White.
All right, well, let's do it like
who was
this.
Actually carrying his baby while you was spanking it. Why your husband don't want to put his seed inside of you? He put it in everybody else.
This Burna Boy and Diddy drama is like a soap opera that just won't quit. Every time you think it's over, bam, another plot twist. But you know what this whole mess is making us look at those fancy music deals with side-eye. Maybe all that glitter in the industry ain't gold. After all, so what's going to happen next? Is our African giant going to break those chains, or is Diddy going to keep him locked down tighter than your jeans? After Thanksgiving dinner, the streets are talking, but nobody knows for sure. One thing's clear, though, this tea is far from cold. So what do you think? Is Burn's roar going to come back stronger, or for Diddy's empire too big to crack?